The Jedi are not what you think they are. Sounds intriguing, right? You're probably thinking right now how much of a clickbait title this is. People usually love this whole myth-busting angle. I guess we're all just curious. But I'm gonna be honest with you, this video is probably not what you think it is. Allow me to explain really quick. I've noticed that some people in the comment section seem to believe that the Jedi shouldn't attack first. Here is a scene from our fan film where Anakin and Obi-Wan take on a swarm of Sith acolytes. Or this old viral video of ours, where the Jedi waste no time before attacking the Sith first. Some viewers somehow found this problematic. Aren't the Jedi, being the galaxy's peacekeepers and all that, supposed to use their powers only to protect and never to attack first? Even I had some doubts initially, but then I recalled some prequel trilogy fight scenes and realized that this statement wasn't necessarily true. So the question is answered, right? No, the Jedi don't always wait for their opponent to attack. But how often do they attack first themselves? Do the Sith attack first more frequently than the Jedi do? Let's get into it right now, together. I'm also going to keep score. So if you want to find out, smash the like button really hard. And let's get ready to rumble. Episode 4, Obi-Wan vs. Vader. They even engage in some trash talk right here, remember?
Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
Anyway, Obi-Wan strikes first and gets the first point for the Jedi. Moving on to the next episode, Luke Skywalker fighting his own father, even though he doesn't know it yet. Luke strikes first and gets another point for the Jedi. Episode 6, and this is our first controversial one. It's all about how it's framed. In this shot, we can see Luke Skywalker attract his lightsaber and swing at Vader. However, in this next shot, which in my opinion is the single coolest looking shot in all of the saga, we cannot see who has a clear advantage by the way their blades connect. You may even argue that Vader is moving into a defensive position in this shot right here. But I guess I'm gonna consider this one a draw. Both sides get a point. And we're moving on to the prequels. Episode 1, and this scene is often overlooked and overshadowed by a much more epic fight scene at the end of the movie. However, it's an important scene. Qui-Gon Jinn is considered by many fans a true Jedi, despite the fact that not many fans could describe what this term actually means, but there is such a term. Qui-Gon is the definition of it. Here we can see Qui-Gon make sure Anakin could escape, only then the fight begins. Qui-Gon takes a defensive position, anticipating Maul's attack, and this point goes to the Sith. This scene needs no introduction, right? So let's just break down how it starts. Obi-Wan goes for an aggressive jump over Maul, trying to attack. However, this position is just as dangerous for the Jedi as it is for the Sith. That's why it's gonna be another draw in my book. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. This is a fun one. Pretty sure this is the first time you hear that about this movie. But I gotta come clean, I like Attack of the Clones. Even this scene doesn't bother me much. But let's get back to business. This is a very cool scene for many reasons, one of which being the actions of Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is yet to become that mature, wise character from the next movie, and in this one, he takes on Count Dooku impatiently, earning another point for the Jedi. But let's cut this man some slack. After all, he's just witnessed his Padawan getting grilled with Force lightning. CGI Master Yoda arrives on the scene and gets attacked by Count Dooku, losing the point to the Sith. Now brace yourselves, as we're about to witness two young guys beating up a respectable elderly gentleman. Of course, they get a point. In this scene, the Senate shows what staying undercover for half a century does to people. He slaughters 3 Jedi Masters in seconds, earning another massive point for the Sith, and I would definitely give him some style points for this. Yoda's fighting style stays consistent as he uses the same technique we saw him use against Dooku, jumping and deflecting, thereby losing the point to the Sith. Pretty sure we all remember exactly what happens here. But we should also remember that Anakin had already switched teams, and this point goes to the Sith, not the Jedi. And our final score is 6-7 in favor of the Sith. But wait a minute, we're not over yet. We're only done breaking down the starting points of every fight scene, not every individual fight. And in the prequel trilogy, there were many instances when a character had to continue fighting after his partner had been injured, wounded, or in any other way eliminated. After counting all these cases, we end up with a very different score. What can we get out of it? What would my conclusion be? That the Jedi are evil! Well, not really. This data can be interpreted in many ways, and I will consider those that seem the most fascinating. Firstly, the Jedi are relentless warriors. They act appropriately for the situation they're in. They don't bother to show off the way the Sith do. When a Sith might want to play with their opponent, trying to break their composure, the Jedi just don't care. Secondly, the Jedi are human. Well, some of them. Sorry guys. But I mean humanity in a broader sense. Even though the Jedi are taught not to form attachments, they do it anyway. And when their friend gets hurt, they lose their sh**. In conclusion, I'm going to answer the question from the beginning. No, the Jedi aren't always in defensive mode. They often do attack first, and in the movies, that happened more frequently than some of you, and even myself, might remember. And that doesn't make them evil, it only makes them more human, more relatable, and cool as f.
Hello there.
If you made it this far, you're definitely the chosen one. If you're not subscribed yet, do it right now. And if you want to find out what our team is up to, into, or just what we do in our training sessions, subscribe to our TikTok channel. We post every day and there's a lot of good content there, including tutorials. But if you really want to take your lightsaber skill to a new level, join our online lessons, and all the links will be down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next time, may the Force be with you.